Good evening. I am Sarah Vernig, the principal of Maple Grove Senior High. We work to inspire and prepare all students with the confidence, courage, and confidence to achieve their dreams, contribute to community, and engage in a lifetime of learning. Welcome to our commencement ceremony for the Maple Grove Senior High class of 2015. We will begin today's ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Please stand while Crimson Cabinet President Chris Orner recites the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, for liberty and justice in all. You know, if I'm giving a speech later on, I gotta get at least one flub in there. So.
Under the direction Hey, it happens. Under the direction of Miss Beth Helsted, vocal director at Maple Grove Senior High, our national anthem will be sung by senior choir students.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still.
Please be seated. District and building leaders who are participating in our ceremony today include, and I'm going to ask that you please hold all applause until the names have been read, school board members, Mr. Robert Gerhardt and Mr. Dean Hankey, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kate McGuire, Assistant Superintendents, Dr. Terry Stallo and Ms. Kelly Parpart, Assistant Principals, Ms. Heather Miller-Sink and Mr. Eric Melsness, Administrative Assistants, Mr. Jared Ellerson and Ms. Kim Burling, Activities Coordinator, Mr. Lambert Brown, and our Business Manager, Ms. Jennifer Eisenberg. Thank you once again for joining us tonight. And now, a greeting from our Superintendent, Dr. Kate McGuire.
Good evening, everyone. At the end of this ceremony, we will have had the pleasure of seeing approximately 1,400 Osseo area schools seniors participate in commencement ceremonies that mark the transition from high school to the next stage in each student's life. It's an honor for me to be here and to see all of you and your proud families on this special day. As the state's 5th largest school district, Osseo Area Schools serves more than 20,000 students at 30 sites. Our families speak more than 80 different languages and dialects and come from every corner of the globe. We're a national award-winning school district with award-winning schools, and we continually seek to be even better. And today, seniors from all of our high schools will receive their diplomas right here in 3 separate ceremonies. We have many reasons to be proud, and today I can count about 1,400 of them. Many of you are sitting right here in front of me. I congratulate you and your families, and I send you my very best wishes for your future success. Thank you.
We are here today to celebrate the achievements of the senior class of 2015 over the course of the past 13 years. The students before you have worked hard and have been influenced by many people in their lives. At Maple Grove Senior High, the class has received that guidance and support from their counselors, case managers, and foundations teachers. The foundations teachers of the class of 2015 escorted their students into the ceremony today. Foundations teachers, please stand and remain standing. At this time, I'd like to recognize some additional participants in our ceremony. Our counselors, Ms. Janelle Gillis, Mr. Darwin Kreft, and Ms. Donna Speak, and our special ed building coordinator, Ms. Penny Newell. Please give them a round of applause. Finally, will all other educators, pre-K through 12th grade in the audience who have provided instructional and developmental support for these graduates, please stand and be recognized. Don't be shy. Thank you for all of your service and commitment to these young men and women. You all may be seated. In cooperation with our professional leaders, our student leaders have devoted extensive time and energy to their positions. They have experienced the joys and honors of these positions together with the challenges that leaders face. The following seniors have served as the elected members of our student government, the Crimson Cabinet. Please stand, you guys, as I read your names. President Chris Orner and Vice President Aurora Wiseman. As Crimson Cabinet President, Christopher Orner will now speak at this time.
All right, I'm back. So round 2. You'd think for something I say almost every week, I didn't need that much practice, but thankfully I've put a little more practice into this, so let's see how this goes. Good evening to Maple Grove's class of 2015. Thank you to the parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, relatives, and friends for sharing this evening with us. I'd like to say a couple more thank yous to the administration and staff, and a special thank you to our teachers. So I can clarify that, like, if I mess this speech up, like, when did you say the retake is again? Okay. We'll figure that out later. Now, when I thought about what to say, I thought of what Bill Miller, a parent representative on site council, said. He said, "It's time Maple Grove stops apologizing for how good we are and we start celebrating it." And I think he's right. So I wasn't sure if I should talk about how our student groups, like the football team, made it to state semifinals, how our cheerleaders made it to nationals, how the dance team won first in state for jazz, how our musical Cinderella won a Spotlight Award, how swimmers Aaron Buck placed second in state at the 200-yard freestyle and Brandon Hohenstein placed first in the 100-meter breaststroke at state, how our robotics team placed first at regionals and seventh at worlds, or how our student government, along with senior survivor contestants Andres Aristidou, Mary Noel, Orestes Agistamulu, Paige Palmer, Kevin Brown, and Mitch Berg, raised nearly $8,000 for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, the most successful fundraiser in Maple Grove Senior High history. Just to name a few things we did this year. But I also thought it necessary not only to reflect back on our accomplishments, but also to look forward. And to look forward, we must start at our foundation. The state of Minnesota is ranked second best in the United States for education by Wikipedia. So, sorry, Miss Larson, but hey, I cited my source. Regardless, Minnesota is ranked in the top 10 or 5 consistently. To further that, this year Maple Grove Senior High was recognized as a Minnesota School of Character honorable mention, a bronze level award-winning high school as recognized by US News, and Newsweek is considering us to be in the top 500 high schools in the nation. That's top 500 in a nation with over 26,000 high schools. So, in the future, wherever you go, whatever you do, and whoever you become, we are and will always be Crimson. And know that being a Crimson means you went to a school with top sports, fantastic academics, phenomenal theater, and a supportive community. Know that being a Crimson means you had an education from one of the top high schools in Minnesota and potentially one of the top 2% of high schools in the nation. So if we continue to grow from this foundation and learn throughout our lives, I believe we can confront anything head-on and walk away with a future almost as bright as Anthony Bogachev's. So, it has been an honor serving as your student government president. It has been an honor to meet so many of you wonderful people, and it has been a missed pleasure that I didn't get to meet all of you. So, in Jason Fotso fashion, in one last attempt to get a Crimson family photo, let us take a selfie. Thank you and have a lovely evening.
Thank you, Chris. Another student organization that has contributed to the leadership and service of Maple Grove Senior High is the National Honor Society. Students wearing a gold cord on their left shoulders are members of the National Honor Society here at our school. The 2015 National Honor Society officers are, and I'm going to ask you guys to stand too so you can be recognized, President Trevor Gift, Vice President Chris Orner, Secretary Sophia Verba, Treasurer Nicole Jossart, Historian Yogatha Pisani, and Webmaster Aditya Pidaparty. And now, Will all members of the National Honor Society join your officers and stand to be recognized? We thank you once again for all of your leadership. You may be seated. At this time, NHS President Trevor Gift will speak. Trevor was selected to speak by a panel of judges made up of senior students and staff members this year. Please welcome Trevor Gift.
Good evening, classmates, esteemed guests, faculty, parents, and all the younger brothers and sisters who really don't want to be here right now. Welcome to the graduation commencement ceremony for Maple Grove Senior High's class of 2015. My name is Trevor Gift, and it is my privilege to speak before you all tonight. This evening, I'm going to offer 3 pieces of advice that I hope will help you as you begin to write the next chapter of your lives. First, stay thoughtful. Have you ever had one of those really rough days? Like the type of days where the world seems to be against you? Like Starbucks spells your name wrong on your coffee and gets your order wrong on your Oprah venti chai tea latte with extra soy. Or Mona yells at you for parking in the teacher parking lot because all those darn sophomores felt so entitled to take your spots in Maine. These are real-world problems, my friends. But today, I'm going to invite you all to transform the lens through which you experience such troubles. The years ahead for all of us, whether those look like college, military, the workforce, or wherever life may take us, will inevitably be filled with mundane obstacles that burden our days. Hours stuck in traffic, roommates who think that toothbrushes are something that should be shared among friends, and restaurants not having Coke, but still having the audacity to ask if Pepsi is okay instead. We cannot always control whether circumstances will be in our favor. However, it is within our power to experience these taxing situations as not only bearable, but meaningful components on today's spectrum of experiences that provide learning opportunities for tomorrow. We have the power to consciously decide what has value and what does not. We get to declare that the lack of soy milk in our Starbucks does not need to ruin our day, nor impair our progression towards developing lives of satisfaction. My second piece of advice is stay true. Our time in junior high and high school has exposed us to external forces that pressure us to behave a certain way. We have all had phases where we've dressed a certain way to fit in with the norm, exaggerated our knowledge of sports or art to impress specific people, or have even torn down our wall of One Direction posters before our friends come over just so that they don't judge our hidden passion. Okay, maybe that last one was just me, but either way, we have all had times when we've suppressed our outlying exceptional qualities so that we better fit in with the majority. We have sometimes shied away from our innate gifts and tastes so that we can become more average. The truth of the matter is that if we only aspire for what is merely average, we will remain merely average. In a world that embraces normalcy, I implore you all to harness the qualities that define you and to stand out in a world where everyone seems so desperate to fit in. So don't tear down your One Direction posters for anyone. Stay true to who you are. Now, my final piece of advice is stay fearless. It is hard to understand the importance of this value right now. Undoubtedly, you feel like you're sitting on top of the world as you've just completed the most developmentally awkward and emotionally unstable years of your life, high school. You have overcome the burden of standards-based grading. You have tolerated the couples who think that the hallway is an appropriate place to make out. And you have even bounced back from your 7th grade soulmate, breaking your heart over that text message saying that the feelings just aren't there anymore. Now, let me tell you about the real world you're sitting on top of. It's a world of economic uncertainty, greed, and poverty. A world of hate, violence, and corruption. A world unwilling to clean up after its own messes. This world you're about to enter is waiting to chew you up and spit you out. Now, I don't say this to shed darkness on your bright day, but to make you aware that we are being given the chance to prove ourselves. This is not a mountain of problems, but a mountain of opportunity. The more insurmountable the struggle, the greater the triumph. We can and must rise to the challenges that face us, and we must remain resilient and fearless as we strive to make our impact on the world. As author Marianne Williamson said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, or fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? We are all meant to shine, and as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. Maple Grove Class of 2015, the world needs your light to shine. Remember to stay thoughtful in your experiences, true in your passions, and fearless in your battles. Absorb life for all that it is, honor yourself for all that you are, and never underestimate your power to change the world. Thank you all for being here today, and I wish you the best in the years to come.
Thank you, Trevor. All the students wearing gold tassels on their caps tonight are graduating with honors by achieving a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or above. We give special recognition to those students who are graduating with high honors, which means they have earned an overall cumulative grade point average of 3.8 or higher. They walked in tonight wearing a gold stole as well. We have 121 of these students this year. The wearing of this gold stole indicates that they have attained that cumulative GPA of 3.8 or above during their entire high school career. At this time, we will have our two assistant principals, Mrs. Miller-Sink and Mr. Melsness, read the names. Students, please stand, face the audience, and remain standing when your name is read. Audience, we're going to ask you to hold your applause until all students have been named.
Colin Ablin,
Allison Ackerman,
McKenna Algren,
Claire Anderson,
Kyle Anderson,
Lainey Baldwin,
Jack Barr,
Kaylee Berry,
Adriana Belinsky,
Mitchell Berg,
Timothy Bishop,
Alexandra Blank,
Anthony Bogachev,
Amanda Bowers,
Laura Brixius,
Aaron Buck,
Anna Bushin,
Rory Calabria,
Katrina Carney,
Allison Christensen,
Taylor Colleton,
Daniel Cortez,
Taylor Cronin,
Laura Cullen,
Harrison Collada,
Madison Dahl,
Emily Dean,
Amber Domingue,
Sarah Dill,
Alexandra Duckison,
Lily DeWong,
Cole Evanson,
Emily Firm,
Hannah Fink,
Jacob Felstead,
Nicholas Forsyth,
Bailey Frizzell,
Hayden Garman,
Rosaline Garvey,
Trevor Gift,
Caroline Griffith,
Orestius Hajistumulu,
Evan Hamamoto,
Marissa Hamilton,
Jacob Felstead,
Mackenzie Harrington,
Ian Hansen,
Austin Healy,
Ethan Hendricks,
Jesse Higgins,
Katarina Hoffman,
Patrick House,
Kelly Hudson,
Jenna Hughes,
Grace Jensen,
Sydney Kara,
Brandy Keeman,
Elizabeth Kensnoff,
Elena Kolbreck,
Eric Copen,
Allison Corbell,
Angela Kosanda,
Peyton Kraus,
Jeremy Krovitz,
Emily Lass,
Abigail Larson,
Sophia Leaf,
Aaron Libert,
Zoe Lim,
Nicholas Love,
Jordan Loy,
Vladimir Malstev,
Andrew Matheson,
Megan McBride,
Colleen McCuskey,
Mary Meehan,
Megan Mulcrone,
Kira Newberg,
Jennifer Wynn,
Tu Nguyen,
Mara Nightingale,
Megan Olson,
Christopher Orner,
Bradley Oshatuk,
Carly Overheiser,
Theo Paulkert,
Paige Palmer,
Jess Hellion,
Rakita Patel,
McKenna Peplinsky,
Aditya Pittaparty,
Yogitha Pusani,
Marissa Posel,
Rachel Salem,
Sophie Sampson,
Sydney Schuneman,
Melissa Shu,
Kaylin Schreiner,
Cassidy Sharp,
Haley Shoemaker,
Benjamin Schultz,
Brianna Smiley,
Jennifer Somerkick,
Kayla Song,
Ryan Spindler,
Julia Stern,
Ryan Stieg,
Jared Stolp,
Blake Tiber,
Ashley Tobias,
Carmen So,
Yelizaveta Yurigan,
Daniel Wolfson,
Sophia Verba,
Brittany Walknitz,
Christina Wall,
Brandon Wanke,
Samantha Welch,
Tyler Whitmore,
Aurora Wiseman,
Emily Yaklich,
Skylar Zembel.
You may be seated. We wish to give special recognition to 34 students in the high honor group who have attained a weighted or unweighted cumulative grade point average of 4.0 or higher. Again, we will have our two assistant principals read their names as well. Please stand, face the audience, and remain standing when they read your name.
Colin Ablin,
Kyle Anderson,
Jack Barr,
Kayla Berry,
Mitchell Berg,
Timothy Bishop,
Anthony Bogachev,
Emily Dean,
Alexandra Dukosin,
Bailey Frizzell,
Trevor Gift,
Evan Hamamoto,
Marissa Hamilton,
Austin Healy,
Katerina Hoffman,
Grace Jensen,
Sydney Cara,
Elizabeth Kesnoff,
Jeremy Krovitz,
Abigail Larson,
Sophia Leaf,
Nicholas Love,
Christopher Orner,
Rakita Patel,
McKenna Poplinsky,
Aditya Pittapati,
Sophia Sampson,
Sydney Schuneman,
Kaylin Schreiner,
Benjamin Schultz,
Jared Stolp,
Carmen So,
Sophia Verba,
and Tyler Whitmore.
I want to take a moment before they sit and recognize 6 of these students in particular. The 6 students out of this group have earned an unweighted straight A grade point average of 4.0, which means they never earned anything less than an A in their high school career. Will the following students please raise your hand to be recognized? Emily Dean, Trevor Gift, Austin Healy, Sydney Cara, McKenna Peplinsky, and Sophie Sampson. You go ahead and be seated. Thank you. All high honor students, please report directly to the front of the stage, right in front of me down here, immediately following today's ceremony for a large group picture for the newspaper. Congratulations once again, high honors students. In addition to our many academic achievements, our students' leadership is exemplified by their participation in activities, athletics, and fine arts. Each year, students from Maple Grove Senior High participate in many state competitions and programs. Will all seniors who have ever participated in an activity, a club, a group, a sport, or a fine arts program at Maple Grove Senior High please stand and be recognized? What a fantastic group of kids, huh? As you can see, our students are truly exceptional in all areas. Many of our students receive awards and scholarships to various colleges. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present the Crimson Way Leadership Award. This award is given to one recipient who truly reflects the core values of the Crimson Way in our school. What is unique about this award is that it is student nominated. Students must be nominated by peers who provide specific examples of the kinds of qualities that the recipient has and that reflects the Crimson Way. In addition, the student will receive a $500 scholarship to the post-secondary institution that they will attend in the fall. This year's recipient was nominated by 7 of her peers. Here are some of the comments that her peers said about her leadership. She is one of the nicest people that I know. She works tirelessly to help other students. She really does care about the Crimson Way and helping others in her community. She still is tirelessly working to make sure that she leaves this school in the best shape possible and better before she came. It is my pleasure to present the Crimson Way Leadership Award to Aurora, our 2015 Crimson Way Leadership Award winner, Aurora Wiseman. That plaque sits in our front entryway, and each year as we have a nomination, we add their name to it so they will be remembered in our hallways even after they leave our doors. It is now time to present the class of 2015 for the awarding of their diplomas. Students' names will be called alphabetically according to their foundation's teacher's last name. Guests, as the name of each graduate is announced, please refrain from individual cheering and loud noises because it's important that each graduate's name is clearly heard and that their families can also enjoy their accomplishments. Helping us award the diplomas will be our NHS President and Vice President-elect, Avi Vidali and Sam Bavako. As principal of Maple Grove Senior High, I am honored to announce that the following students have met all the requirements of Maple Grove Senior High School and Osseo area schools. At this time, would the foundation's classes of Mrs. Barton and Mrs. Hamilton please approach the stage as we present the class of 2015 for the awarding of diploma covers. Actual diplomas will be distributed to students starting at 5 a.m. following the senior all-night party at Maple Grove Junior High. Diplomas are not mailed, so if you do not attend the all-night party, you are able to pick up your diploma at the high school during the week with a picture ID. Mrs. Miller-Sink and Mr. Melsness will now read the name of our 2015 graduates.
From the Foundations class of Mrs. Marlene Barton, Jasmine Cerise Fruth.
From the Foundation class of Ms. Kim Hamilton, Joshua Roy Amundson.
Samuel Jeffrey Gardner.
Claire Nicole Anderson.
Jada Marie Gilbert.
Kia Elizabeth Anderson.
Jacob John Grafstrom.
Alexis Marie Ananson.
Mackenzie Alexandra Guarneri.
Emma Leona Benson.
Evan Michael Hamamoto.
Timothy Michael Bishop.
Megan Rose Hansen.
Shelby Jean Bloom.
William David Hebert.
Anthony Igor Bogachev.
Bree Irene Higby.
Maria V. Bragina.
Andrea Christine Hill.
Holly Wetzel Brown.
Parker Allen Hill.
David Michael Brum.
Hannah Rose Hills.
Kyle Brent Caldwell.
Jacob Ryan Hopkins.
Emily Joy Carlson.
Lauren Page Johnson.
Taylor Otilia Colleton.
Zachary Sean Johnson.
Daniel Vincent Cortez.
Sohail Mohsen Kassam.
Serena K. Kramer.
Courtney Ann Klopfenstein.
Timothy David Kramer.
Derek Michael Knutson.
Madison Taylor Dahl.
Angela Rose Kosanda.
Jackson Reed Dahl Maglone.
Rebecca May Cuffle.
Abisola Davis.
Pierce Maxwell Lanou.
Whitney Lou Dean.
Kirsten Faith LaPlante.
Lawrence Bernard Dickerson, Jr.
From the Foundations class of Miss Dana Bees, McKay Leland Anderson.
Jeba Joe Doe.
Hannah Alexandra Lund.
Quinton Parker Dropes.
Jacob David Lundeen.
Lily Kim Duong.
Vladimir Maltsev.
Matthew Adam Erickson.
Megan Olivia McBride.
Hannah Fink.
Mitchell McFarland McIntyre.
From the foundation class of Ms. Elizabeth Halstead. Jonathan Tone Loy.
Casey John McKenzie.
Maxwell David Lunt.
Mary Jo Meehan.
Caitlin Elizabeth Marino.
Shaheem Mitchell.
Quavasia Debriana McClure.
Louis Nilson Morales.
Griffin Ayu McDonald.
Kenneth W. Nelson.
Samuel Alexander McKay.
Courtney Stacia Newey.
Mason Tangeman McMahon.
Darren Loan Wynn.
Shannon Renee McMurphy.
Spencer Christian Nord.
Jonathan Bradley McNichols.
Courtney Evelyn Rose Ensibambi.
Elisa Maria Mendez.
Zachary Charles Olaire.
Sema Robert Morgan.
Gretchen Lee Olson.
Ashley Latrice Moultrie.
Theo Michael Packard.
Alexandra Ardian Nelson.
Paige Janae Palmer.
Colin Robert New.
Alexander James Pena.
Jennifer Tan Juan Nguyen.
From the Foundations class of Miss Jennifer Bourbonnais, Savion Deshawn Pryor.
Mary Elizabeth Noel.
Jordan Taylor Rainey.
Ruth Ann Nygaard.
Kilavante Prince George Riley.
Garrett Perry Olson.
Jasmine Ashley Romero.
Cody Daniel Palmer.
Azan Saliana.
Grace Garland Park.
Kate Marie Sheeler.
Ryan Allen Peterson.
Kaylin Christine Schreiner.
From the foundation class of Mr. Rich Irvin. Kyle Ross Anderson.
Rachel Marie Sharp.
Amarici Andrea Anyamela.
Madison Olivia Catherine Snyder.
Madeline Marie Arbeiter.
Roosevelt Bedford Stenson.
Kevin Nathaniel Brown, Jr.
Centrell Denise Stewart.
Aaron Helena Buck.
Jared Christopher Stolp.
Andrew James Catterton.
Matthew John Tyson.
Sarah Christine Dill.
Rachel Nicole Thielen.
Alexandra Rose Duckison.
Anthony Lamar Underwood.
Mary Beth Eckberg.
Ying Pao Ralph Bang.
Cole Matthew Evanson.
Daniel James Wolfson.
Bailey Alara Frizzell.
Nathan Mark Way.
Rosaline Marie Garvey.
Jonathan Elias Webb.
Theophilus Gee.
Megan Kathleen Westland.
Trevor Jacob Gift.
Alexander Scott Williams.
Nikita A. Gluharev.
Aurora Elizabeth Wiseman.
Caroline Alice Griffith.
Thomas William Zawak.
Elizabeth Josie Hutchison.
From the Foundations class of Mr. Peter Buller, Dane Thomas Abernathy.
Grace Mary Jensen.
Shri Kalyani Akarati.
Nicole Ann Josart.
Kaylee Taylor Anderson.
Peyton May Kraus.
Sheila Faith Ang.
Paige Elizabeth Nasco.
Andreas Michael Aristidou.
Sasha Oreen.
Vishnu Maryugapan Arun.
Christopher John Orner.
Azreen Awal.
Jess Thomas Polyan.
Kayla Christine Berry.
Rachel Angela Salem.
Tyler Joseph Bell.
Sophie Ann Sampson.
Adam Robert Brandt.
Dylan Bauer Schmelz.
Lauren K. Grosso.
Cassidy Lynn Sharp.
Madison Marie Carey.
Haley Marie Shoemaker.
Samuel Mark Caswell.
Emily Elizabeth Scholander.
Hayden James Christensen.
Danielle Jean Marie Stamen.
Madeline Rose Clark.
From the Foundations class of Miss Mary Klauk. Emily Ann Firm.
Noah Christopher Corwin.
Bradley Michael Oshatek.
Caitlin Alexis Curtis.
Max George Thomas Sampson.
Alec Bradley Cuthbert.
Carmen Gao Mansu.
Reed Willis Diamond.
From the Foundations class of Miss Kayla Stry. Jonathan David Krautkramer.
Jarena Renee Dickey.
From the Foundations class of Ms. Jennifer Larson. Colin Davis Ablin.
Alex Patrick Draxton.
McKenna Ray Algren.
Jordan Douglas Erickson.
Kaylin Marie Anderson.
Christopher John Fondakowski.
Quinn Parker Anderson.
From the Foundations class of Mr. Matt Carone, Sean Michael Wesley Frostad.
Emily K. Andrea Eunice.
Hayden Robert Garman.
Brittany Lee Barnum.
Sarah Julia Gastinger.
Jack Michael Batiglia.
Javon Emmanuel Kojo Bave.
Adriana Belinsky.
Jonathan Tyler Goberden.
Julia Marie Bjork.
Madison Elizabeth Gordon.
Kolowole Joshua Bodanwa.
Brian Jeffrey Gunther.
Samuel Patrick Bourne.
Briseda Elizabeth Garala Diaz.
Laura Marie Brixius.
Caleb Timothy Hammond.
Anna Christine Bushen.
Mackenzie May Harrington.
Jacob Stephen Bai.
Ethan Joseph Hendricks.
Evan Patrick Castro.
Sean Thomas Hilst.
Allison Noel Christensen.
Anna Grace Holcomb.
Laura Caitlin Cullen.
Jonathan Richard Horton.
Joshua Stephen Cundiff.
Alec Raymond Jubert,
Samantha Lynn Danavisky,
Elizabeth Abigail Kesnoff,
Ian Joseph DuBois,
Maria Elizabeth Knight,
Amber Caitlin Domingue,
Eric Timothy Copen,
Michael Allen Dorn Jr.,
Sarah Elaine Krall,
Kyle Logan Eliason,
Jeremy Andrew Krovitz,
Caitlin Elizabeth Engie,
Emily Autumn Lace,
Jacob William Felsted,
Courtney Lee Lateral,
Madison Vivian Frayne.
Cody Jaewoo Lee,
From the foundations class of Mr. Pear Lee, Larry Eddie Kona Jr.,
Zoe Schumann Lim,
Cameron Justice Lockyer.
from the foundations class of Miss Jessica Chase, Katie Elizabeth Gower,
Angela Chanda Long,
Peyton Catherine Grant,
Denise Ayelen Lopez Miranda,
Noah Benjamin Hagemeister,
Nicholas Carl Love,
Kalsum Zira Hader,
Curtis Paul Mactimus,
Jesse Tyler Higgins,
Caitlin Marie Marshak,
Katerina Ann Hoffman,
Andrew Henry Matheson,
Brenner John Hohenstein,
Devin Patrick May,
Samuel Marcus Holland,
Hope Driana McGowan,
Taylor Michael Rupek,
Ryan Michael McKenna,
Kelly Ann Hudson,
Alexander James Miller,
Justin Avery Jenks,
Benjamin William Nelson,
Kaina Joanna Juarez,
Eleanor Michaela Nelson,
Illa Kalashnikov,
Tu Quinn Nguyen,
Gabriel Michael Kaplan,
Quinn Matthew North,
Carly Ashley Kilgard,
Samantha K. Ohlendorf,
Austin Andrew Kleineshay,
Sydney Ray Ohlendorf,
John William Cosbo,
Monica Rodell Outcalp,
Elizabeth Helene Krautkramer,
Lashana Latricia Parker Johnson,
Garrett James Lang,
Hannah Christine Peterson.
Zenitra Zechariah Lee,
From the foundations class of Mr. Patrick Mulcahy, Ethan Charles Petra,
Nolan Adam Lisi,
Marissa Ann Posel,
Joseph Philip Sullivan,
Michael Lee Rangel II.
from the foundations class of Mr. Mark Cook, Megan Elizabeth Pinkowski,
Angela Patrice Reiser,
Zachary Andrew Pohl,
Jacob Jonathan Russell,
Christopher J.D. Robinson,
Ethan James Sabi,
Keely Alexis Rusager,
Mason John Schaller,
Melody Lynn Sabi,
Samantha Jana Schomer,
Devin May Schuneman,
Christopher Paul Scott,
Peter Michael Schissel II,
Madison K. Simmerline,
Madeline Ann Schwartz,
Elijah Malik Solomon,
Nicholas Joseph Slater,
Jennifer Marie Summerick,
Ryan Mark Spindler,
Brady Dale Stanger,
Nathaniel Eric Stevens,
Kaylee Jean Stepanek,
Preston John Stoltman,
Ryan Anthony Stieg,
Sabrina Nazira Strangis,
William Albert Sir IV,
Nicholas Joel Tyson,
Alexandra Deborah Sullivan,
Yelizaveta Yelizarovna Ugrin,
Carson Henry Thomas,
Craig Allen Urquhart,
Catherine Frances Ann Totes.
Brittany Ann Wachnitz.
Victoria Catalina Valise.
Thomas Michael Tremmel.
Sairam Venkasubramania.
William Maurice Wharton.
Matthew John Ward.
Michaela Ann Marie Wilgus.
Samantha Jean Welch.
Ava Liliana Boino.
Bailey Ann Went.
Corey Wally.
Clark Allen Winnicky.
Amy Marie Zook.
Benjamin Stephen Zaver.
From the Foundations class of Miss Krista Frechette, Lisa Charisse Lackner.
Alexis Gabrielle Zedlick.
Haley Marie Valencia.
From the Foundations class of Mr. Fred Orsted, Edhem Mohammed Abdamoala.
Karen Emmeline Vargas.
Allison Marie Ackerman.
From the Foundations class of Mr. Matt Gifford, Daniel Kent Gowther.
Kaya Janae Anderson.
Kelsey Marie Gavnick.
Edward Henry Bath.
Grant Thomas Glow.
Elise Joy Barnfind.
Hunter Eugene Gray.
Sarah May Borg.
Dalton Ray Hall.
Molly Ray Bortner.
Marissa Diane Hamilton.
Skylar Bolapapanan.
Ariel Piper Haynes.
Lauren Elizabeth Britt.
Alexa Marie Hilger Sawachka.
Nathan Michael Broussard.
Charles Aaron Hill.
Devin Lars Brown.
Kevin Richard Hoof.
Chase Marvin Bullock.
Jenna Kaylee Hughes.
Cassidy Rose Case.
Dmitry Andre Ivanov.
Matthew James Casey.
Kevin Gio John.
Michael Andrew Christoph.
Aiden Janelle Johnson.
Taylor Barbara Cronin.
Sydney Anna Cara.
Harrison Joseph Colada.
Alex William Kazbravich.
Sophie Reed Danko.
Caitlin Marie Klensman.
Alexander G. Deep.
Skylar Reed Knapp.
Tessa Marie Dorso.
Aliraza Kausari.
Abigail Rose Edelman.
Abigail Marie Larson.
Joshua Joseph Favorite.
Aaron Michael Libert.
From the Foundations class of Mr. Jeffrey Peterson. Brandy Rose Keeman.
From the Foundations class of Miss Janelle Gillis, Carson Scott Ayers.
Elise Lydia Lovelace.
Erica Roma Badger.
Jasmine Nicole Motz.
Lainey Marie Baldwin.
Colleen Catherine McCuskey.
Haley Elizabeth Barker.
Calvin A. McKinney.
Mitchell Aaron Berg.
Alyssa Marie Mickelson.
Alexandra Rachel Blank.
Thomas Jordan Miller.
Amanda Lee Bowers.
Dylan John Moon.
Rory Enzo Calabria.
Megan Leanne Mulcrone.
Megan Regina Cowan.
Katie Ray Murphy.
Rachel Drew Darling.
Matthew Joseph Nastu.
Emily Catherine Dean.
Brandon James Nelson.
Benjamin Hayes Ford.
Kira Lee Newberg.
Samuel John Franta.
Lindsay Ray Need.
Kevin Frias.
Paige Solveig Northagen.
Dylan James Garvis.
Pranay Sandip Patel.
Desiree Deanna Grimes.
Rakita Ramesh Patel.
Orestes George Haji Stamulu.
Alexander Richard Payton.
Austin John Healy.
From the Foundations class of Mr. John Shantinsky. Jared Thomas Anderson.
Alyssa Jane Hoker.
Jennifer Amelia Anderson.
Allison Christine Corbell.
Paige Barry Anderson.
Taylor Grace Kiebelbeck.
Jack Martin Barr.
Abigail K. Larson.
McKenna K. Berg.
Ty Jacob Lindley.
Cheyenne Marie Bisick.
Jordan Maxwell Loy.
Samuel Craig Bila.
Austin Scott Matheson.
Josephine Marie Bongartz.
Taylor Ann Meyer.
Garrison Rex Boots.
Sarah Christine Michael.
Paige Kirsten Bremer.
Thomas Jack Modek III.
Alec Michael Brockhausen.
Emily K. Nazi.
Nicholas Samuel Brown.
Mara Marie Nightingale.
Joshua Nathaniel Carlson.
Joseph Barrett Norenberg.
Katrina Marie Carney.
Austin Lee Northagen.
Jason Andrew Chisato Rodvik.
Megan Elizabeth Olson.
Colin James Clark.
Carly Thomas Overheiser.
Madison Patricia Coles.
Joshua John Passelt.
Mackenzie Marie Coleman.
McKenna Shea Poplinski.
Jared Lee Cross.
Zachary William Pius.
Nathaniel Ryan Cullen.
Adithya Mani Pittaparty.
Jocelyn K. Darrell.
Yogitha Posani.
Emily Ann DeCock.
Benjamin John Schultz.
Coltrane Rod DeWalt.
Brianna Louise Smiley.
Mitchell James Dickerson.
Lauren Catherine Strensland.
Tali Elizabeth Dorrow.
Julia Lynn Stern.
Sarah Suzanne Fisher.
Leah Marie Swadish.
Nicholas Andrew Forsyth.
Ashley Claire Tobias.
From the Foundations class of Miss Susan Smith. Amanda Veronica Francis Potter.
Paige Lauren Tomasco.
Samuel Christian Renner.
Grant William Tyler.
Lauren Brittany Rojas.
Sophia Marie Verba.
Adam James Schindler.
Christina Mary Wall.
Melissa Claire Shu.
Tyler Charles Whitmore.
Sarah Kayla Seifert.
Jacob Daniel Wilson.
Madison K. Sharp.
Emily Lauren Yaklich.
Nicholas Shatine.
Skylar Marie Zembel.
Alexandra Isabel Savanich.
From the Foundations class of Miss Sarah Goldman. Joseph Richard Gardy.
Kayla Inhi Song.
Josephine Francis Gates.
Christian Dane Stensgaard.
Nicholas Patrick Gigrich.
Texas Typhoon Tangpa Tan.
Abby Lynn Gormley.
Dylan James Tews.
Juliana Rachel Noel Hagert.
Shelby Lynn Tho.
Ian Samuel Hansen.
Blake Arthur Tiber.
Lauren Marie Harris Moore.
Christian Michael Yuhei.
Jacob Paul Herr.
Sophia Maria Vignali.
Rebecca Tao Beckfi Huang.
Matthew James Vogel.
Lucas Dean Hoff.
Hannah Rose Westberg.
Leighton Lucia Holmberg.
Stephen Ray Ziskin.
Patrick James House.
The Foundations class of Mr. Dale Swanson, escorted by Ms. Kim Burling. Emily Ann Regnar,
Tiki Iwasaki,
Mitchell Lee Rexted,
Nicole Ray Jaglow,
Carlos Emilio Rosa,
Matika Kita Joinusang,
Samantha Nicole Sadler,
Samuel Bradford Chomi,
Nathan Daniel Sanaki,
Elena Christine Kolbreck,
Sydney Lynn Schuneman,
Grace Margaret Koppel,
Michelle Lynn Scott,
Daniel Patrick Kasanda,
Natalie Ann Shutter,
Nicholas Jeffrey Liddell,
Adam Trey Smiley,
Timothy Nathaniel Lane,
Sydney Leanne Smith,
Emily Ann Lang,
Danielle Janice Spencer,
Sophia Christina Leaf,
DeAndre Cardell Stratner Taylor, Emily Renee Studer, John Michael Tyne, Dominic James Thielen, Michael Thane Treptow, Claire Elizabeth Tremblay, Brandon G. Wanyaki, Emily Lauren Williams, and Connor Jeffrey Yaroshak.
Graduates, you have reached the end of a journey together as the class of 2015. Many of you have known each other since kindergarten. You have shared experiences and made memories together. One thing that we all share is that we are Crimson. We know what it means to follow our dreams, face adversity, and support each other. We live out the core values of the Crimson Way every day, and now you will represent our Crimson family in the new chapter of your lives. Many of you are going off to college or starting a new career, but always remember, no matter where you go, you will forever be able to stand tall and say, I am a Crimson. And now, graduates, please stand, move your tassel from the right to the left, and turn to be recognized. It is with great pride that Maple Grove Senior High presents to you the graduating class of 2015.